Hello Kings and Queens, these are all of the Eikon abilities, starting with the Phoenix ability. The Phoenix ability has the basic ability that it can teleport. Like, it can teleport right away towards to the enemy, and you can use a melee attack and then he does a punch, or you can use a magic attack as displayed over there. Phoenix is one of the icons that I use frequently. This ability I do not use that much. It's called Rising Flame. It can push an enemy high in the air and then you can follow it up with a combo. This one is more for a defensive ability. Like, when the enemies attack you, they hit the fireball, so you don't lose any damage. You can also hit somebody else with it. I personally don't use this one that much. Now we're getting one that I use personally a lot. This one is very effective in groups. When there's a lot of enemies, you can use this one and it will hit 2 to 3 people easily. And now comes my favorite for group control. This is the Ignition one. This is the one that I always have in my arsenal, because if you have a big amount of groups, you can use this one. And if you have upgraded all the way to Master, you can pretty much easily kill this one with just this move. Every icon has a special of super attack, and for the Phoenix it's the Rising Flames one. I personally use this one a lot because it also restores a bit of your health. It does also a lot of damage. And the next one is Garuda. I also use this one a lot because this stance where she grabs you, it's really good because you can pull enemies towards you and then do a lot of damage. I usually use this one in combination with the pull grab. I punch him in the air and then hit him down. This is also a good attack, but I don't use this a lot because it doesn't do that much damage in relation to other ones. This move is also very good. It's usually more used as a counter move, because if an enemy attacks you, you jump first back and then he hits you. Also, if you hit them in a counter like this, you do more damage. I personally don't use that one a lot because I think others are better, and this is the special attack of Garuda. I think this is perhaps one of the best ones because it traps them in a cloud and then you can do damage meanwhile while they're in there. So if you use this in combination with the Rising Flame, you can do a lot of damage, and you will get the rainbow color damage, which is also a reward. The Titan is the only one with a block, and this block is really good because you can also use it as a parry, and the parry is very lenient. There's not a very strict timing, so I use this one also a lot. This one you have to hold it for more damage. I don't use this one often, but it's okay. This is very good for crowd control as well. If you have a lot of enemies near you, you can hit them all at once with this one. The next move is the one that I also use more often. This is a Raging Fist, which is handy if somebody is stunned, then you can just hit him with a lot of damage with this one. And this is the special move of the Titan. The next one is Bahamut. His first basic attack, I don't like it that much because it takes a lot of time to load up. Once it's loaded up, it's very effective because it will hit a lot of people, especially if there's a group. You can hit a lot of people at once, but it just takes too much time to load up. The good thing is that you can do damage now while the lasers are going at it. This is my favorite ability. I use this one the most because it does a lot of damage, and you have to imagine it goes to more, the lasers go to more people than just one. So if you have 5 people, it will go to 5, I think it will go to at least to 3 people. And meanwhile you can do damage then. This one is also very good, but I don't personally use it a lot as I think the Ignition one is better. But this one has a lot of duration. It's very long, and you can use it on groups as well. This one is also very handy. This is you press the magic button and then the ball will hit the enemy as well. I personally don't use it. I think there are better ones than this one, but it is also very handy and it looks pretty cool. The special of Bahamut is the one that I use as well. It's pretty awesome. It kind of reminds me of Elden Ring as well. And yeah, it's very strong, as you can see. Shiva's basic ability is that you can strafe left, right, and also backwards and forwards. And if you press circle 2 times, she will leave an ice cone or like a freezing ability. And if an enemy gets hit by it, he freezes for a very little time. I don't use Shiva much because I don't think she has the best abilities in the game. She has this ice attack, which similar to the one of the Titans, but this one pushes the enemies also back and in the air. Next attack is also very handy for in groups. If you use this and there's a bunch of enemies standing close together, they will all get hit with this one. This is very handy in combination with the aerial, the wind special attack, because they will be stuck in the wind and then you push that and then they will have a lot of damage to it. The Shiva special attack doesn't have a lot of range, so you have to get in a bit closer and then use it. Ramuh's basic ability is that he can target a lot of enemies and hit them with electrics. So in this case there's only hitting one enemy, but if there's a group he can attack them all together. So the electrics, they stay on the enemies and then you can hit it off with a special attack to do the extra damage. This is the lightning bolt. I personally don't use it because it takes a bit too much time to load up, but it is very effective, especially for a range player, if you want to fight from the ranges. This is just also a pile driver which pushes enemies back. This attack is similar to that one of Shiva. You plant the electrics near an enemy, and once you hit it or the enemy gets hit by touches it, it does damage. If there's a bigger group, then the whole group will get affected by it. It's also very okay, especially in combination with the aerial attack of Garuda. But if you're going to use this style, it's better to use the one of Shiva. This is the special attack of Ramuh. I think it's one of the coolest one. Kind of looks like Zeus. Now over to my favorite one. This is a huge spoiler because this is the abilities of Odin. Odin has a normal sword, but if you use it, if you build the meter up, then it becomes a more special meter, a special blade, in which you can with which you can perform a very high attack. You build it up by using the abilities. This is the where he uses the Odin's spear. It's a very good attack, but for my liking, it does not do that much damage, but I just like the way it looks. The other ability, this one slashes through different types of to multiple enemies. So if there's 3 enemies over there, it will hit them all. Now you see that the sword is loaded. You see the 3 ones. Now we can use a special attack of this one. So first you press circle, then you have to hold square, and then you can do this one. And this ability cancels the attack. I haven't used it much, but yeah, it's just a cancellation. And this is the special attack. I think this is the most strongest one because this special, it also freezes the person in time, so that leads you to do more damage. Let me know what you think of the video, guys. I hope you liked it, and please subscribe to the video because it would help.